Good day everyone. This video is for educational use only and our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardines, to use this as an educational material. So without further ado, let me give you to this handsome young fellow to share about their report today. Thank you, partner. Today our report about is the introduction to the study of globalization by Manfred Steger. Table of contents. The first page contains about the objectives of this report. Second and third contains the Manfred ideology of globalization. Fourth and fifth, Michael Frieden's sentiments. Fifth and sixth, Alger Apadura. 7 and 9, the scapes of globalization. And lastly, 10 is the conclusion. The following are the objectives of this report. First is explore how globalism intersects with other ideologies. Second is understand how the dominant ideology shaping global politics and economics. Third is analyze its core claims and their impact on power structure. And then, lastly, grasp the concept of scapes in globalization.
Manfred Steger's ideology of globalization refers to his perspectives, globalization which he defines as the increasing interconnectedness and interdependence of individuals, societies, and nations on a global scale. Steger believes that globalization is a complex and multifaceted process that transcends traditional boundaries and has a profound impacts on the various aspects of a human life. In a simpler terms, Manfred Steger's ideology of globalization is his view on how the world becoming more connected and reliant on each other, creating a global community that is intertwined in a various ways. This interconnectedness has far-reaching implications for how people interact and how societies functions on a global level. He has written extensively on the subject, examining its various dimensions: economic, political, cultural, and environmental. Steger has authored several influential books on globalizations, including a very short introductions and also a beginner's guide. He holds positions at various universities and recognized for his contribution to understanding the impact and the dynamics of the globalizations of contemporary society.
Globalization, according to Manfred Steger, encompasses various dimensions such as economics, politics, and culture. He views globalization as a process of increasing connection, communication, commodification, and institutional cosmopolitanism, with contradictory consequences for human well-being. Steger also identifies three principal ideologies of globalization, which is neoliberal market globalism, justice globalism, and jihadist globalism. Neoliberal market globalism means that the ideology advocates for global economic integration, free markets, and trade, promoting minimal government intervention, deregulation, privatization, and free flow of capital, goods, and services. Justice globalism, the ideology that advocates for a more equitable globalization, challenging neoliberal market globalism, emphasizing social justice, human rights, environmental sustainability, and fair resource distribution. The last is the jihadist globalism. Manfred Steger, in his work on globalization, identifies that jihadist globalism as one of the major ideologies that responds to the force of globalization. According to Steger, jihadist globalism represents a reactionary and violent response to the cultural, politics, and economic integration associated with globalism, particularly as driven by the Western powers.
Machiavellian sentiments reflect a nuanced, critical approach to understanding ideologies, emphasizing their complexity, adaptability, and the ways in which they shape and shaped by power dynamic in society. Some key aspects of Machiavellian sentiments on ideologies include: number one is ideology as lenses. Freudian views ideologies as lenses through which people interpret political and social realities. They provide a structure for making sense of the world and guide individuals in their political choices and action. Number two is power and ideology. Freudian is also concerned with how ideologies relate to power. He examines how ideology can be used to legitimize certain power structure and marginalize others. And number three is critic globalization. While Freudian does not specifically target globalization as an ideology in the same way he has discussed other ideologies, his general approach will lead into critically assess globalization as a potential ideological. He might be skeptical of how globalization is often presented as an inevitable or universally beneficial, of how globalization is often presented. So, Machiavellian sentiments, particularly regarding ideologies, are rooted in his belief that ideology are a complex, dynamic system of thought that shape how people understand and interact with the world. He sees ideologies that not just are rigid sets of belief, but as flexible frameworks that adapt to changing circumstances and influence political behavior.
Michael Freden system. Michael Freden is a prominent political theorist known for his work on the study of ideologies. Freden case system. Number 1. Ideology and complex and fluid structure. Freden argues that ideologies are not rigid or static but are complex and fluid structure. Number 2. Morphological approach. Freden's morphological approach suggests that ideologies should be understood in terms of their internal structure or morphology. Number 3. Disconstantiation. A central idea in freedom work is the concept of deconstantiation, which refers to the process by which certain meaning of political concept become tied or established within an ideology. Number 4. Ideology as interpretative framework. Freudian views ideologies as framework through which of the people interpret and make sense of political reality. Number 5. Pluralism of ideologies. Freedom also emphasizes the plurality of ideologies, recognizing that there is no single.
The contribution of Arjun Appadurai. Indian American anthropologist Arjun Appadurai is a well-known globalization studies theorist who questions the conventional wisdom that describe globalization as a peaceful village. He popularized the term scapes, which stands for various aspects of globalization, such as technoscape, mediascape, financial scape, ethos, and ethnoscape. Additionally, Appadurai highlights how imagination shapes globalization, with mediascapes having a major influence on how these imaginaries are formed. In addition, he talks about grassroots globalization and the efforts of transitional advocacy networks to promote justice, equity, and access, as well as global violence against minorities. Appadurai's theories have impacted media studies, post-colonialism, and urban studies, among other disciplines, offering insightful information about the intricacies of globalization and how it affects societies.
The concept of scapes. Arjun Apadura introduced the concept of scapes in his book Modernity at Large Cultural Dimension of Globalization 1996. He described five dimensions: ethnoscapes, mediascapes, technoscapes, financescapes, and ageoscapes. These scapes explain the complex, disjointed, and fluid nature of globalization. The juncture and difference of global cultural economy. Apadura argued that globalization is characterized by disjuncture and difference between these various scapes, leading to unpredictable and non-linear cultural exchanges. He emphasized that globalization does not lead to homogenization but rather to creation of diverse and localized cultural forms. The role of imagination in globalization. Apadura highlighted the importance of imagination in the global era, suggesting that the imagination has become a collective social fact. People across the world use their imagination to construct new identities, social practices, and even nation. This concept is critical in understanding how communities and individuals navigate the richest global forces. Globalization and modernity. He explored how modernity rather that being is a universal and homogeneous process is experienced differently across cultures. Apadura's work emphasized the plurality of modernities, each shaped by local context and global influence. And the last one is cultural communities. In his early year work, particularly in the edited volume The Social Life of Things, Communities in Culture Perspective, 1986, Apadura examined how communities travel and transport as they move across cultures. He explored the idea of the social life of things, suggesting that objects have complex cultural biographies that affect their value and meaning.
Technoscape. Technoscapes refers to global movement of technology. It encompasses the production, distribution, and consumption of high-tech goods and services. It is an essential aspect of globalization, driving innovation and transforming societies. So, a prime example of this is Apple's iPhone, which has had a profound impact on people's daily lives throughout the entire supply chain. Each new iPhone release breaks sales records, leading to long queues of customers outside Apple stores. The demand for those technological devices drives a rapid and intense production pace. However, the workers tasked with meeting this demand often endure harsh labor conditions that many iPhone users would find unacceptable, and some have tragically resorted to suicide. The revenue generated from production and export of technological goods is significantly reshaping the global distribution of wealth. As technological innovation accelerates, so does the flow of technology. While the phenomenon is not entirely new, previous technology have also brought about profound and irreversible change in human experiences. For instance, the widespread production and dissemination of the printing press across Europe and beyond dramatically influence how individually perceive themselves, not only as member of local communities but also as part of national communities.
Drives the rapid movement of capital and financial resources, enabled by advancements in financial technology and global markets. Examples: stock exchanges, instantaneous trading of stocks worldwide. Cryptocurrencies, digital currencies like Bitcoin enable peer-to-peer transactions, transcending traditional banking systems. Money transfer services. Platforms like TransferWise simplify and reduce costs for international money transfers. These movements influence global economies and cultures, demonstrating the interconnectedness of financial flows in today's world. Next is Mediascape. This involves the global dissemination of media and information, shaping perceptions and identities and fostering awareness of social issues worldwide. Mediascape encompass the global distribution of media technologies and the information they disseminate, shaping perceptions and identities worldwide. They include platforms like newspapers, television, and social media, influencing the cultural flows and awareness of social issues. For example, in China, state-controlled mediascape promote a specific ideological viewpoint, limiting diverse narratives. Conversely, platforms like YouTube allow for varied global voices, facilitating the spread of both Western cultural ideas and extremist recruitment efforts. Such dynamics illustrate how mediascapes can either restrict or enhance global cultural.
So, Eduscape is a dynamic process involving the movement and transformation of ideas. Missionaries such as Daniel Everett exemplified this by actively disseminating religious concepts within the Amazon. Crucially, however, the reception of these ideas is not passive. Local communities possess the autonomy to understand, reject, or modify introduced ideologies according to their own cultural and social frameworks. So this underscores the interactive nature of Eduscape, where ideas are not simply transferred but rather negotiated and reshaped within the specific context. So Eduscape, this term highlights the fluid and ever-changing nature of ideas. It's not just about the ideas themselves, but also how they move, evolve, and even interact with different cultures. So missionaries such as agents of Eduscape are examples of individuals who actively contribute to the flow of ideas by introducing new concepts to a specific region.
Conclusion. Manfred's ideology of globalization, globalism as an ideology shapes our interconnected world. Its core claims impact power structures, policies, and cultural exchange. While some view it as a force for progress, others critique its as asymmetrical effects on the sovereignty and transitional corporation. Michael Frieden's sentiments, ideologies evolve over time, and globalism is no exception. Frieden's work encourages critical analysis and reclassification. The challenge lies in categorizing complex belief systems, including whether globalism fits the traditional definition of an ideology. Arjun Appadurai's contribution introduced the concept of scapes to define globalization. This dimension, technoscape, or technology and information, mediascape, media flows, and financescape, global capital, interconnect and shape our reality. Appadurai's insights deepen our understanding of our interconnected world.